inside gate. They're ready. And they're off and racing to the last of the day, where it was Lady Trader the first to jump from Midnight Banquet, and Sonnen pushing up, and also looking to come across is Press the Petal. Law Major just in behind those with Glamour Bell, Decoy Noxious. Back about midfield on the outside of Warbow and Granto. Then Glen Albin with Absolute Magic, 3 deep leaving the straight. Memoirs of Paris is back there with Toned. Over by Beckett's Gate now. They pass the 1800. Lady Trader is going to take up this role of pacemaker by a length and a half to Sonnen and Midnight Banquet. Then around the outside, Press the Petal is up there 3 deep from Law Major in the middle, and down on the inside is Warbow and Granto. Around the outside, Glamour Bell also covering extra ground is going to follow Press the Petal, then Decoy Noxious, followed by Toned on the fence, and the last trio back there, Glen Albin, Absolute Magic, and also Memoirs of Paris. But it's Lady Trader that heads over towards the back straight by the 1300 here in the last at Ascot. Lady Trader making play by 1 to Midnight Banquet, getting a little fired up there from Sonnen, and then Press the Petal running fourth, a length away Law Major, back on the inside Warbow and Granto, ahead to Glamour Bell, then a length and a half to the old fellow Toned. Then back in the field came Decoy Noxious with Absolute Magic, who's been parked off the course all of the way. Then Memoirs of Paris getting back there towards the tail once again is Glen Albin. Lady Trader had stacked them up behind it at the 800 mark by 1 to Midnight Banquet, and Press the Petal, which has also covered a bit of extra ground in running. Sonnen, though, has had a great trip back near the inside. 3/4 of a length away, Law Major. Decoy Noxious on the slide around the outside, went up to join Glamour Bell. They're followed by Absolute Magic, who's being desperately ridden, and now joined on its inside by Glen Albin. Warbow and Granto looking for the short way home near the fence. Toned is second last, and then Memoirs of Paris. Lady Trader attempting an all-the-way win, comes into the home straight. 300 left to travel. Sonnen gets into the clear. Decoy Noxious battles away out near the middle of the track from Press the Petal, who's had enough. It's Sonnen reaching the lead inside the 200. Decoy Noxious trying to run it down. Decoy Noxious comes at Sonnen. Sonnen fights hard. It's Sonnen still in front from Decoy Noxious. Wide apart, but Sonnen doing better than Decoy Noxious in the last, and too good for them, Sonnen. Sonnen beat Decoy Noxious. Lady Trader was game to hold third, and then Press the Petal, Toned, Glamour Bell all in a queue together for fourth. They were followed further back by Warbow and Granto. Memoirs of Paris, Midnight Banquet didn't show, followed further back by Absolute Magic, Law Major, and the last of them to greet the judge is Glen Albin. Number 5, Sonnen, ridden by Brandon Louis, takes out the final race for the day. Got the blows out in the market to about 9s at the jump, Sonnen, but Louis quickly into the open space around the corner to come after that leader, put pay to it, and defy the challenge of Decoy Noxious, who was off the track right around them, very wide out near the centre of the course, and they beat off the pacemaker Lady Trader, who held third and beat the others home clearly. Fourth will go to Press the Petal, just in front of Toned, 5, 4, 11 and 2 to the last of the day. A Blackfriars gelding from Show of Tralee for Jeff Wilson, Mick Walsh, Peter Ensel, Arthur Barrett, trained by S.J. Miller and handled by the Mauritian apprentice Brandon Louis. Second home, number 4, Decoy Noxious. He's a decoy. Claire Sky gelding for St. Jude Pastoral, along with Laloma Farms. Brodie Kirby, the rider for Dion Luciani. Number 11 in third placing, Lady Trader, trained by Mark Ford, a Trade Fair mare, ridden by Emma Stent. And back there in fourth place was number 2, Press the Petal, a length and a quarter by 3 with the margins to the last race for the day. Well, let's head downstairs, and some delighted owners there. Of course, they've been amongst the spoils with their good Galloper variation over the last couple of years. They've had their ups and downs, but this is certainly one that no doubt is going to delight all of the connections, including trainer S.J. Miller, who's now downstairs with Gareth Hall.
Yeah, wonderful training performance by S.J. Miller. This all stepping up to the 2200 metres, and S.J. never looked like getting beat today.
He travelled well. Brendan rode him well. Yeah, he's a bit of an old, what would you call, he's sort of sport. He's very sport horse, and he's sort of, you know, smartened up after his last start and probably in the right race, and everything went right for him.
Were you expecting that today when you were stepping him up in journey?
Well, he was going to the pony club tomorrow if he hadn't done anything today, so he must have known, you know, yeah.
Were you setting for the Broome Cup or something now?
Hey, listen, we're just happy to win a race, but it was good for the young bloke that rode him. I actually rode over in Mauritius, and I've seen Brendan here with Neville for a long while, and he's a good young boy, and hopefully he'll get a couple more opportunities.
Yeah, he's got a terrific attitude, hasn't he, Brandon Louis? He could be playing ruck for the Fremantle Dockers, but boy, he can ride.
No, he can ride, and you know, good to see, you know, and hopefully he'll start getting a couple of Saturday opportunities now, and hopefully he'll stay over here for a while.
Oh, another master training performance, SJ. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
There we go, SJ Miller there. Brandon Louis. He's just got a great attitude, Brittany. He's always got a smile on his face. He's having a laugh, and he's got plenty of ability in the saddle.
He does. He's a wonderful person to be around. You can't be sad around Brandon. He's always happy and returns to scale from the applause of the Parnham boys on the fence. So plenty of support. Obviously, he is with Neville Parnham. Is a master at the moment, so I'm not sure how much longer Brandon actually has on this stint. We'll ask him after he weighs in. Plenty of height about him. Brandon, congratulations. Firstly, how much longer do you have here in Perth?
I got only 2 weeks to go.
So it's not long, and you're making the most of every ride. You've made the most of this opportunity from Barrier 1. How did it all unfold for you?
Yeah, so just listen to the instruction of Mr. Miller, and everything seemed like he think the race will run, so that's it. Yeah.
It was a wonderful win and plenty of support. You've come back in and there's applause on the fence. You must love the support from the Parnhams.
Yes, I'm sure, because they are like my family, so.
Congratulations on the win, Brandon.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, under Brandon Louis, he's become quite a favourite for many of the punters and racing fans here in WA because of that interview you just conducted with him, Brittany. He's just got a